All right, it's rant time again, and foot faults are our topic today. Apparently is something that has a lot of question. I'm not really sure why people get so upset about it, but let's talk about it. So let's play this hole here. We're gonna play to 5's basket so we get some more distance, and we're just gonna put one up there, give us a shot. That's at 4's basket. Oh, there we go. Excellent. All right, so why are foot faults important to call? Part of performing the throw properly is hitting your lie. If it doesn't matter, then just throw from wherever you want. That sounds like cheating, right? Well, it is cheating because part of performing the throw is hitting your lie. That's part of the skill of the throw. So if you take that skill set out of the throw, it does give you an advantage because you're not having to make sure to pay attention to get into that spot. And it's the box you got to hit's this big. How do you miss it? It's the size of a sheet of paper pretty much. All you got to do is hit that little spot. We don't have terribly far to go here, so let's get a putter. Now, if you just do a standstill, everybody hits their lie on a standstill, but if you're moving at the disc, you have to have that plant point in that spot. And I don't understand why people think it's not an advantage, because if I just kind of randomly throw wherever I want, that was terrible. That does give me an advantage. I'm taking that part of the difficulty out of the throw by not hitting my lie. So let's actually put one on the basket, hopefully here. It's a little cold out, so I'm a little bit stiff. We're just gonna give her a little short, just like that right there. We got a putt. Let's go make a putt. See, we're really critical when we get to the putting green about being on our lie and making sure that we follow etiquette while on the putting green. Why are we not making sure to call everybody else on etiquette while we're off the putting green? I think that's really important. Tried to miss that one. All right, let's go up and over here and we'll talk about some of the history of the rules of golf. See if we can get this shot today. This is a pretty hard shot because it's very flippy. Missed it. Oh, too inside. So one of the foundations that golf is based on is gentlemen's rules. Now, I know it's kind of, I think, a word's colloquialism. But the idea is playing to a level of honesty and playing with others who will keep you honest. So that's why there's no referees in disc golf. It's up to us, the players, to police ourselves and our actions and police those that are around us. And getting an attitude about making a mistake is wrong. You shouldn't get upset if you're taking too much time. You shouldn't get upset if you get called on a foot fault. So why people make such a big deal out of it, I'm not really 100% sure, because, like I said, part of the game is hitting your lie. That's part of the shot. And I mean, if people can't get it together, the only option is to referee it, which then that brings in a whole different part of issues. And then, so if people can't manage to hit their lie and people are not calling it, there's two ways this is going to go, and both of them suck. One of them's having a referee or a rules official. Now here's the thing. There's a lot of rules that golfers out there break all the time. You're going to get called on them and you're going to get stroked. And what's going to end up happening is nobody is going to enjoy the game. I'm missing a frisbee. We're going to have to go back and get it. So if we got referees on every card calling everything, you're going to end up getting pimped for not paying attention to shots, taking too long. And if a referee is going to referee a game, they're going to have to referee it in a way that's not going to be fun. I gotta go find our disc now. I'm cheating this opportunity here to do some form checks on myself because I've been making changes and I got videos about that coming up. So the other option is standstills after the tee pad. And there'll be all the complaints from that. This is a pretty fun hole here, a lot of trees. Oh, get down through the tree, no! Now, I'm personally a fan of the stand in one spot and throw after the tee pad, and that's my suggestion. Now, I think it would add a different dynamic to the game, but I don't think it really embodies the spirit of the game, which I think we should try to think about embodying the spirit of the game. Whoops, I got really afraid of smacking my face on that tree. Hopefully I hit the focus point on that right. So spirit of the game is something important that we talk about, we use as a way to kind of bend the rules a little bit. And that's part of it being a gentleman's sport. Gentleman's sport, as I said, is about your own personal integrity to the game and accepting when you make a fault and not being upset about it. So the spirit of the game is really following the rules and being an honorable contender. Let's see if we can get some long putts with this really strong tailwind here. Woo, the wind just dropped here. Let's try twice. Ah! I am really hoping the dead cat is doing its job today because of the wind. This is what I want to make sure you take away from this though. Calling foot faults isn't about being a jerk to other people. It's about making sure people recognize that they made a mistake, because there's a lot of times that people foot fault and they don't realize they foot fault. But here's how you handle it, especially in a casual sense. It's like, hey man, you're not hitting your lie. Do it to the side and quietly. Don't just call them out, because they might not be realizing that they're doing it. Well, that'll screw with their game. They're already cheating and getting an advantage over you. Let them be aware of it, especially if you want to do it in a tournament sense or whatnot. Because when they do it again, you need to call them on it. Whether somebody seconds you or not is beside the point. You need to make sure that you point it out. The reason that you have to get a second on it is because people were abusing this at one point in time because they're being a little bit dishonorable, which that kind of sucks. So it's a big wraparound shot here. Let's see if we can get her today. Got to hit this little tiny gap. Oh, we shanked that. I threw another disc and it wasn't great. And then I smacked my hand on something and now I'm bleeding. So the overall point I'm trying to make here is do your best to be honest and play within the rules of the sport. The rules are there for a reason.
And why would I accept this from a second right seat?
Because there are rules, and without them...
We live with the animals.
Exactly.
And we want to make sure that we encourage others to follow those rules, because when everybody's following the rules, the game is fair. When you're breaking the rules, that's giving you an advantage. Unless you can't putt. I got more putters basket. There we go. I took the threat seriously. So that's the gist of everything. And I want you to kind of think about it like this. In pretty much every sport, there's rules. And we're really critical of those rules. Out of bounds lines, where you're shooting from, like in basketball. Oh, my foot was just a hair over the three-point line. Well, it's not a three-point anymore. You weren't behind the line. You got to hit your lie. That's part of making a proper shot that is legal in the game. So when you miss and you foot fault, you are taking an advantage because you're not playing by the rules. So there's your rant for now, and stay tuned for some more videos. And if you want some more content of me playing, or maybe playing with some others, leave some comments below. Let me know.